Bugs Bunny's Looney Christmas Tales is absolutely delightful. This is a short film that features three individual cartoons all tied together through Bugs Bunny, who is currently conducting carol singing with various different Warner Brothers characters. And I'm not going to name them. I was considering, praising the cartoon for bringing all of these different characters together. But one of the fun things I found with this was discovering which characters were going to pop up at which point throughout the shorts, because I'd say pretty much every Merry Melodies and Looney Tunes character features in this. There is one missing. There's one character who I feel should have been in this who wasn't. And I won't say who it was, but let me know if there's a character that you think should have been in it who wasn't as well. Maybe the character wasn't that popular at the time, but this was released in 1979. Definitely was a very popular character before that. But other than that, I feel like it's a lot of fun. Brilliantly ties together these three different cartoons. So I'll discuss three cartoons in length in separate videos, but I will touch upon them briefly here. So we have Bugs Bunny's Christmas Carol, which is exactly as it sounds. Bugs Bunny is, well, the role he plays is quite different. I thought, before I watched it, I assumed he would have taken on the persona of one of the characters, but actually he has a much different role in this one. And I was very impressed with the way they did it, and I absolutely loved it. One thing that I've mentioned recently when I have been discussing these Warner Brothers cartoons, because I'm, attempting to watch them all, is that even though I grew up watching Warner Brothers, I couldn't really remember any of them. Nothing really struck a chord. But this one, 100%, absolutely. This cartoon and the third one that I'll mention, I could remember so vividly. So I don't know if this is repeated a lot at Christmas, but it's definitely something I'd seen before and really loved it. The second one is a bit of a weak link, and this is Freeze Frame, which is a Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner cartoon, and itself, it's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. It just, the only reason it fits in here is because there's a lot of snow, and snow gets in Wile E. Coyote's way, and things like that. So it's not that brilliant. It doesn't really fit in here, but I kind of see why they put it in here, because they wanted to be able to feature most of their popular characters. And the third one is The Fright Before Christmas, which is another one that I remembered. And I'm so pleased I watched this, because for so many years, whenever I've heard, all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse, in my head I've always heard the words, I'm a mouse and I'm stirring, but I never knew where that was from. Turns out it was from this. Speedy Gonzales is the mouse, and he is his stirring. So I'm pleased I've finally been able to remember or be reintroduced to where that came from. And this is a narrative with Bugs Bunny and the Tasmanian devil, who he mistakes as Santa Claus. Taz as Santa doesn't seem like it should work, but actually it really does. So we have these two really delightful narratives. One mediocre, but it kind of works. And the way they're linked together is very effective. I thought it worked really well. The narrative's all threaded together nicely. And I think it's absolutely beautiful. The whole thing, it's about half an hour, give or take, maybe just a little bit shy of that. And it's really delightful. It's fun, it's festive, it's well animated. As I said, everything kind of connects together nicely. Brilliant voice acting, primarily from Mel Blanc, but we also have June Foray, who voices Mrs. Claus and Clyde Bunny, directed by Friz Freleng and Chuck Jones. Chuck Jones directed the segment Freeze Frame. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. If you're a Warner Brothers fan, it's absolutely something that's worth checking out. If, like me, you don't think you'd seen it, but then you watch it and it triggers some memories, I think that's a beautiful thing. It's so far the only Warner Brothers cartoon that came back to me. I don't know if it was maybe on a particular VHS I had or something, I'm not sure. But certainly, Bugs Bunny's Christmas Carol and The Fright Before Christmas were definitely in my memory, and rightly so. They're beautiful. Bugs Bunny's Looney Christmas Tales is a lot of fun.